punch that. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another video of Kel Plays. Today we'll be doing hard stratagems, the daily. Our mission will be Decapitation, and the conditions are that primary weapon damage is decreased, while secondary weapon damage is increased. You get a lot of extra ammo. Your melee weapon parry windows are shorter, but in return they do some damage, right? And so using that, we decided, you know what, it's Decapitation, we're going to fight the Hive Tyrant, so we might as well just bring the Tactical. As far as the weapons are concerned, we bring the Pyrocaster. Particularly, we bring the Venting Speed variant, right? The reason why is because even though primary weapon damage is decreased, that's actually in reference to the raw burning, the direct damage of the flamethrower itself and not the burning. Burning is typically unaffected by such debuffs. So we take that. Then for our sidearm, we actually take Retribution's Bequest. Not necessarily for the extra secondary weapon damage, but specifically because of the perk that it gives, No Help Is Coming. As long as you have this perk, whenever a Majoris enemy tries to make a phone call and call for backup, one shot to the head will completely kill them on the spot. And if you miss the head and you hit the shoulder or something, it'll still cancel the call anyway, so very useful. One of the stratagems says that your parry window is shorter, but in return you do damage when you do actually successfully parry, which is a riposte effect. And so we're going to take Argent Edge, which also has literally the very same effect, right? Your riposte window is shorter, but each one does damage, right? So hopefully we're going to stack the two together and see how that turns out, right? I'll give you a moment here to take a look at the grid. Right, speccing into melee damage, right? You know, being able to simply just do a parry, right? And then immediately after you parry, you just gun strike, and that'll potentially knock the enemy into execution state is actually really, really fun. We're going to use the Tactical, and for our first pick, we take Crack and Penetrator rounds, even though we're not using a bolt weapon. In fact, this entire first tree, if you're taking the Pyrocaster, this tree is actually completely meaningless for you, especially if you build into burn dot damage, because primary weapon damage is the actual raw damage of the weapon, not the burning dot. So this perk becomes useless, right? Plasma boost when plasma weapons are overheated, this is also useless. And then Crack and Penetrator rounds apply only to bolt weapons, so this becomes useless. So in this situation, I take Crack and Penetrator rounds because in the event that I ever need to swap off the Pyrocaster and use, like, say, a Stalker bolt rifle or an alternative weapon, I prefer the Stalker bolt rifle in my case. This is just a useful perk to have. Next, I take Heightened Vigor, so that after a perfectly timed parry, dock, or blodge, apologies, parry, block, or dodge, you deal 10% more melee and gun strike damage, right? And you don't lose control upon taking heavy hits. Very, very useful perk to have if you love fighting in melee combat. Lastly, on the first half of the tree, we take Emperor's Vengeance, so that killing a Majoris or higher enemy restores your primary weapon's ammo by 1 magazine. Very, very useful. For the team perk, I always will recommend Secure Stockpile, and the reason for this is because it is very useful in allowing yourself and your team members to not have to worry about using their grenades. Next, we take Vital Data, whereby scanning an extremist or terminus level enemy restores the Auspex scan's charge by 50%. This actually gives you a lot of uptime on your regular Auspex scan and is very useful when you're fighting big bosses like the Hive Tyrant or any terminus enemy. Then we take Battle Focus. So what this does is it allows you to basically do a Auspex scan mark onto an enemy every time you just perfect parry them or perfect block them. The reason why we take this is because we can use this, right, to basically have so much Auspex uptime that you can save your actual Auspex scan for when you specifically want to use it. You don't have to feel forced on whether, you know, do I use it on this small group or do I use it on this one particular strong enemy or on this group of weaker enemies, right? Instead, you could just use this to apply it all the time because a lot of enemies like to fight you in melee, particularly Majoris, right? And then you can save this for extremist or terminus fights. And so basically it's a lot of uptime, and that applies also on big terminus bosses that love fighting in melee combat, i.e., looking at you, Hive Tyrant. And over here, we also take Concentrated Fire, where the Auspex zone will last 60% longer, and will also deal additional 120% damage to, the enemies inside take 120% more damage. Of course, if they leave the scanned area, then they lose the mark, but, if that's the case, then you have pairing with this will also keep it up, so that's fine. And lastly, but not least, we take Radiating Impact, right? So that when you do an execution or a finisher, on enemies, you'll do a radial burst. This burst will immediately knock all Majoris, and in many cases even Extremists, straight into execute range if they're within its radius. It's a very, very powerful perk. As far as the prestige perks are concerned, we take Skilled Supplier, Spare Power, Resilience, and Second Look. The reason why we take these is because it's a lot of quality of life reassurance for the tactical class. And that's it. That's the build we'll use today. So let's get into it. Okay. Not too bad.
Rally point reached, Lord Acheran.
The Minotaur does not store explosives to Codex Astartes standards. Locate enough to demolish the bridge.
We crush the ravenous brood. Releasing frag grenade.
Support still explosive.
Support is ready for demolition. Explosives prepared. Exterminated. We require multiple detonations for our demolition. Another Xenos fireball eliminated. Mark this position, please. Bless this detonator primed. We are ready to ambush the target, Command.
The Hive Tyrant will reach your position shortly. Join the Imperial Guard defenses up on the bridge and lure that Xenos Colossus into the kill zone.
see. Pathetic tyranny to follow. All specs ready to scan. Sending fragment. Follow me through. For the Emperor! For the Emperor! Commencing reload.
Lower primary weapon damage, increase secondary. Health is halved. Okay, that explains why we lose so much health.
We were not expecting such illustrious company.
Lower
in
parry
the
window,
rear
but it does
ranks.
damage, and we get double the ammo reserve. Well, works in favor of the flamethrower at least.
Thinking of extra rounds.
We've got a handle on these probing strikes, my lords. It's the relay that's getting hammered right now.
Our target is a hive tyrant. Once we kill it, the relay will be secure.
That's news. Without armor support to tackle a target that big,
We may have to bring down the supply bridge.
Our plan requires it.
Is this a withdrawal order?
negative. The objective is the hive tyrant,
One
not the
for each
bridge.
of us.
Defend this position until the Tyranid command unit is executed.
Understood, my lord. May the Emperor guide our lasguns to your support.
Incoming! Ready up, Eighth. Show the Emperor's angels what we are made of. Eyes up. They're trying to surround us on the roofs.
Caution, brothers! Tyranids on the rooftops! Fresh magazine in. Deploying fragmentation.
They're stacking up. Get up. The hive tyrant is on its way, but it is a horde of Xenos between you and it.
They're on us!
Take it from
Enemies on
above.
our position.
You have its attention. It is moving to intercept. Apply more pressure. Keep your eyes peeled. The Xenos leader beast will be in visual range shortly.
No Tyranid survives this day.
Detonation code.
Those away.
We have given the infernal Xenos a fitting burial. It is not dead. Our tactics were sound.
It's actually quite nice, right? Our primary weapon damage may be reduced, but with the secondary buff and double ammo reserve,
Reports confirm
we'll be able
the
to make it
lieutenant's
somehow.
assessment. Enemy cohesion is still in full effect. That beast is not yet dead.
We hear you, Command. It will be done.
The target is still struggling under that wreckage.
And everybody here is max level. Prestige 425. Everyone here is a veteran. Don't mind if I do.
Who needs stimps? Go hither. My gratitude. Lictor on horseback. Yeah. Horseback's deep scan red. No Xenos monstrosity may escape the Imperial threat. That's what we call the third force. Subterranean Xenos below. Brace yourself, brothers! More are incoming! Yeah. Raven it down. Tossing crack. Neurothrow! Keep your distance, Swapping magazine.
Oh, that's a Neuro. That's not a Zor.
Silence that burning's call for more of its foul threat. Rearming.
That's gonna scream, isn't it?
Disgusting tyrannid scum. Proceed to objective. Scanning.
Well,
The Emperor sees. Rush through the pain. Salve for all good. My body is cleansed. Neurothroat threat purged. I am constrained. Well fought, brother. Full command. Target is alive.
It's retreating. Pursue and eliminate. We will not have a better opportunity to finish it off.
Kill that world, subject summon aid. Reload. Swift.
oh no.
Render aid to our God. The world this Xenos sought to consume. Now Wrath shall perish. Caution. It may still attempt to ambush us. Be ready.
Tell us a report.
We are after the Xenos Overlord. It cannot run forever.
Thalassa, you cut out.
Oh, well, there goes the gene seed.
Lieutenant! Lord! Our Vox link is out. We must be nearing the relay. Do not worry. When the Hive Tyrant is dead, the Lieutenant will know. The Xenos infestation is steady.
Why would you punch that?
Eliminated.
What? This is why I don't like the modern day fist users for bulwark. I don't recommend using Power Fist, because Power Fist teaches you bad habits like trying to punch through an enemy sniper looking like literally straight at you through the sights, and you want to try and punch through it. That's just such a silly thing to do. Like, oh boy, I would never recommend that. Ever. I would never ever recommend that.
Resupply.
What was that? My god. So for all players out there who are new and learning how to play a melee class like a bulwark, etc., do not start on the power fist. Just don't. You play power fist when you've learned and you've mastered all of the other weapons.
Vespasius at hand. Glory to the Imperium. Acknowledged and ready. War is our purpose. We purge the galaxy of all that festers.
Let's do this. Army of two, we got this.
Have you realized? The Emperor demands your purgation. The Emperor sees his head. Take life and let terror fall. That is no death spasm. Raw energy readings just shot past fatal levels. Store my armor with cannon fire. I am the avenger. Your disposal. Prospect deep scan ready.
GG.
Set that up perfectly.
And there we go. So it is entirely possible to two-man the Hive Tyrant if you have a assault and a tactical, apparently. So don't ever panic whenever you're in a fight like that with a big boss like the Hive Tyrant. Just take your time with it, watch its moveset, you know, and you can come out on top. Oh, and apparently the game will not let us quickly skip back to the main menu.